Once upon a time, in a land not so far away, there lived a man who knew the ins and outs of plumbing like the back of his hand. Little did the world know that this humble plumber would soon be swimming in pools of gold and living the high life. Yep, we're talking about none other than Conor McGregor, the legend of the UFC's riches. Back in the day, when McGregor was facing the real-life version of Mario's toughest obstacles, he never lost hope. Unemployed and relying on welfare, he didn't give up. Instead, he channeled his inner Mario and jumped over every hurdle that came his way. Hailing from the magical land of Ireland, McGregor initially took on the smaller guys in the MMA arena. Featherweight, lightweight, he showed them all what the luck of the Irish really means. But this wasn't just about MMA. It was like he raided the entire buffet of combat sports. Boxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kickboxing, karate, taekwondo, you name it, he conquered it. And mastery in these practices showered him with titles. This man collected them like shiny coins. 2 CWFC featherweight titles, the UFC Featherweight Championship, the UFC Interim Featherweight Championship, and to top it all off, the UFC Lightweight Championship. It's like he had a whole trophy room dedicated to his awesomeness. In 2013, when McGregor entered the UFC, he took the world by storm with a debut that made his opponents shake in their boots. Marcus Brimage meets the plumber's wrench of doom with a first-round knockout, and the legend kept growing. 2 years later, he claimed the UFC Featherweight Championship, and he was just getting started. Climbing up the ranks, he wasn't afraid to take on bigger challenges, moving up to welterweight in 2016. I mean, why settle for just one castle when you can conquer them all? After defeating Eddie Alvarez, Conor became one of the most famous fighters in MMA history. He accomplished the impossible by holding 2 titles at the same time. Conor then moved to boxing, where he would face one of the greatest fighters of all time, Floyd Mayweather. In 2017, he battled with Floyd Mayweather in a professional boxing contest that sold 4.3 million pay-per-views in the United States and earned around $600 million in revenue, paying him about $130 million. Then again in 2018, he returned to the UFC to face Khabib Nurmagomedov for the lightweight championship in UFC 229, earning $32 million according to Forbes. Beyond all of this, his distinct personality and MMA success have helped him amass a tremendous following, including 55 million Instagram and Twitter followers alone. He's also made millions of dollars in endorsement deals with firms like DraftKings, Rolls-Royce, Reebok, Burger King, and Monster Energy. Rather than simply collecting checks in exchange for product promotion, McGregor created a framework around himself to maximize his influence. He's also founded numerous other enterprises, including the McGregor Fast Training Program, Ideal Sport, a plant-based therapy company, August McGregor Clothes, and a bar in Dublin, Ireland. He also owns a share in a whiskey company. Firstly, he was approached by the whiskey firm that wanted to sign him to a sponsorship agreement before his fight in 2016, but instead of signing the cash-based contract, McGregor and his manager Eddie Alvarez collaborated with Ken Austin, the brains behind Avian Tequila and a spirits industry giant, to produce proper number 12 Irish whiskey. The concept was straightforward. McGregor adored whiskey, and it was already a part of his Irish identity. That's exactly what they did, and it worked. Proper number 12 Irish whiskey sold 200,000 cases in its first 6 months on the market, and McGregor, Alvarez, and Austin eventually sold 51% of the company for an estimated $600 million in 2018. With his delving into various ventures, his success in the fighting world translated into massive financial prosperity, making him one of the most affluent athletes globally with a net worth of $210 million. His opulent lifestyle is evident in the luxurious mansions he owns in various parts of the world. McGregor possesses a multi-million-dollar residence in his hometown of Dublin, Ireland. He also has properties in Las Vegas, Nevada, and a stunning vacation home in Marbella, Spain. These extravagant assets exemplify the Irishman's flamboyant and lavish way of life with his partner Dee. They have 3 children, Conor Jr., Troya, and Ryan. Despite being together for more than a decade, the pair has never married. Now, if all this wasn't enough, Notorious is set to appear in a movie called Roadhouse alongside Jake Gyllenhaal in 2023. Well, that's all for now. Let me know if you're excited for the movie in the comments section. This marks the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you like and share it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you at the next one.